Yeah, well, I think on intellectual property rights protection, that was one of the more robust parts of the agreement. And as I mentioned, one of the biggest causes of concern for U.S. companies in our membership is forced technology transfer and administrative licensing review. So when a company comes in and invests in a new factory, they have to give a significant amount of information to a group of experts that are brought in by the Chinese government. These can be competitors, these can be experts, academics from the Chinese government system. The new trade agreement does restrict competitors from joining those expert panels, and anyone who has a financial interest in that agreement or in that deal from being a part of this process and taking the trade secrets that our member companies share in that process back. I think some of the aspects of the agreement that we're going to have to look at in phase two and beyond are cloud computing. Some of the challenges with subsidies, with industrial policy, those are going to be difficult. But there's also some low-hanging fruit that we can see in phase two as well. For example, movie quotas is something that the U.S. and China have a broad agreement on. They just need to move forward. We could also see some progress on additional purchases of energy, and as well as some movement on sports broadcasts and the copyrights around those. So we have to see that phase two is not just all these very, very difficult issues in the relationship. There's also things that we can make incremental progress on as well.
Where do you think this conversation should be taking place, if at all? What kind of forum?
Well, you're absolutely right, Martin. The national security issues are increasingly getting intermingled with the commercial issues. In our membership, it's far beyond just the defense contractors. It's the semiconductor manufacturers. It's the tech companies. It's those that make servers and routers and switches. It's all gotten a little intermingled, too intermingled for our taste. I think where we would like to see this go is to have the two sides sit down in some kind of dialogue mechanism that will allow both the Chinese and U.S. to raise their legitimate concerns. What we at the U.S. China Business Council would like to see is high fences around small places. We don't think that broad national security restrictions will be beneficial for either country, nor do we believe that national security should be used for protectionist purposes. So the United States government is working on updating its regulations on reviewing mergers and acquisitions. That's been done with the recent FIRMA regulations here in the United States. BIS at the Department of Commerce is working through export control regulations that will expand the scope of some of the products that are restricted from further export to China, and also potentially partnerships. Those needed to be updated, but we just want to make sure that any kind of provisions are not used to protect for protectionist purposes. These national security provisions should only be used to protect our national security.
Hi, I'm Emily Tan, and thanks for watching CNBC. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.